And so we begin by allowing ourselves to rest, to come home, to fully anchor here in this experience of physical form. This is here. This is where we are. Breathing deep, perhaps for a few breaths, and then just allowing the breath to do what it does. What a great object this breath is for us. It has its own momentum, has its own flow, its own rhythm. And all we have to do is rest back and observe, flow with the breath, friends. Not changing it in any way. We're observing nature here. And just like to observe the ocean, this would often entail, isn't it, sitting on the shore and watching the waves coming and going. In the same way, we can observe the mind through this observation of the breath, body breathing. As the breath comes and goes, breathing in, breathing out. This most beautiful rhythm, this constant companion. And so I'd like to encourage a deepening of breath awareness today as we have this precious time together to land, to arrive, to be present for this one. As the Buddha so often instructed, we can develop breath awareness to fulfill all the four satipatthanas, to observe both body and mind in their fullness, using the breath as our anchor, our base, our foundation for mindfulness. And so here we are, aware of the body, aware of the breath, and we can feel the whole body breathing, or we can feel the fullness of this process throughout the body. Breathing in, energy, life. We can notice how the body fills as we breathe in, physically and energetically. And as the breath moves out of the body, we can feel how the whole body releases, relaxes, lets go. It's over at the end of every breath. It's over. We can notice anicca, change, every moment as we observe the breath. And we can perhaps most especially notice the letting go as each breath comes to its natural conclusion, breathing out, letting go, relaxing, releasing. It's over. And then another breath happens. It's like another birth, a fresh start. If we can allow the fullness of awareness of the breath, we can appreciate the fullness of each moment in and of itself. Comes, it goes, and it's over. Releasing the mind, freeing the mind, not holding to any past or future. There is no such thing. These are constructs, aren't they? Fabrications. There's just this. It's enough. It's more than enough to be here now. And so let's generously, fully give all to this breath. Don't hold back anything at all. And so we can appreciate the mind, mental formations can also relax, release, come to cessation. And we can start to appreciate the purity that is the chitta, heart, mind, breathing in, energized, present, breathing out, and it's over. Releasing, freeing. So the mind can deeply let go, free, liberate, appreciate the delicious peace that's always here for us. Whenever we are willing to choose to be present. And we can breathe into that peace, that focus, that stillness that begins to manifest here for us. Feeling the body opening, relaxing, feeling the mind opening, spacious, at ease, clear, bright presence. So I'd like to encourage a fullness and a determination, an adhitthana to be present, to give our all, to be here, to be embodied, to release the mind, to see and appreciate anicca, constant change, flow, and allow this reality to release any holding that we may observe during this time. Any sense of being somebody, having a past or a future, any mental constructs. Allow our understanding, growing appreciation of change, impermanence, to wash away, to flow through any holding, anything solid whatsoever. We can start to feel that flow, breath by breath, freeing up, releasing. And we can appreciate when we get caught up in a thought, in a memory, in the body, and breathe deeply into that and release, relax, let it go. And so we can sit silently together now for some time. I'll indicate with a word or two when we come to the end of this session. Have a beautiful half an hour to continue our practice together, friends. So we're beginning to reach the end of our meditation session. A chance to give you a little prompt to continue the practice with a sense of reviewing. How has it been? How is the mind? Is it very peaceful, focused, at ease, in the moment? Has there been anything obsessing the mind? Anything in the body that feels very fixed, stuck, obstructing? Just to see, how is the mind? How is the body? And to bring up a heart of kindness, friends. Allow a sense of well-wishing to come into the mind, into the heart, like a warm breeze or a cool breeze on a hot day. Just to steal in and sort of envelop the mind, a well-wishing, kindness, appreciation for this, what we have here, this experience, gratitude and well-wishing. Bring in a gentleness, bring in a compassion where it's needed. Breathe deep into that ability that we have to bless. Bless this one, bless this practice, and extend the blessings in all directions, above, below, around, and everywhere. Allowing this sense of kindness, loving kindness, compassion to fill the heart and direct itself as it naturally does to where it's needed. Just allowing this divine quality of kindness, quality of compassion to well up from within and to radiate in all directions, throughout the body, throughout the mind, and beyond. So when you feel ready, just gently easing the body if we need to change position, opening the eyes, coming back to the group. Gratitude for your practice and an opportunity, a little bit of time we have to continue to practice, continue to meditate, but also a time to see whether there's, anything that is to be shared, any questions or reflections, how it's been for you, any challenges, this is our chance to do speaking meditation. If there's anything that moves you to speak, friends, feel free. I like to encourage something I've been working with my practice, a sense of just this. I'm coming to Chintana very soon. Just this breath. This is it. This is all, that sense of focusing on cessation. It's over. Because it really is, isn't it? There's nothing that lasts. And so for me, this is a very important aspect of the meditation practice, to really allow the full letting go to happen, releasing, nirodha sanya, awareness of cessation. Chintana, please go ahead.
Good morning. What a lovely meditation. And I think it will also be a good meditation to bring someone into meditation who has been asking me to help them learn how to meditate. And I think this will work well. So I want to thank you for that. And I do have a problem with meditation in that my entire left leg goes numb and it's distracting and I don't know what to do about it. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much for that. It's funny, I really can resonate with that because I have exactly the same issue. So that's really, yes, I so know that one, that my left leg also goes completely numb when I'm sitting. Not every time, but often enough. My advice to you would be, I think it's a really practical matter, actually, Chinsana. It's just that, the blood supply gets cut off. We're squeezing the artery the way we're sitting. It's just blocking. It's not life-threatening or anything, but it's really good to release that and literally let it flow. Just as with our practice, we observe the flow of reality. We need to allow the body to be, in such a way that it's healthy, it's the blood supply is flowing. So, what I do is I just readjust. And often it means for me, the cushion just is not, I'm not sitting so much against anything on that side. So I'll often have the cushion more on the right. So, just experiment and move. When you're sitting, if your leg goes numb, friends, or you have excruciating pain also in some part of the body, if it's really painful, it's fine. It's good to move, readjust, and make sure that you can wiggle your toes and your feet are alive, And I'll do that sometimes. I'll just check because we don't
Mm,
always notice, do we, as well? If we're going numb, we don't necessarily notice. So I
right.
just have a little wiggle of the toes from time to time. And if I'm losing that sensation altogether on one side, I'll just reposition and you can feel, can't you, the blood supply returning.
Yeah.
It's a great object of meditation and that vitality coming back to the limb. So just
Thank
move.
you. Thank you, Ayya. I appreciate it. Thank you very much, Ayya.
Thank you, Chintana. Thank you for your kind comments. And Flo, please go ahead. So you're muted at the moment, Flo, if you can unmute yourself. Thank you.
Ah, there we go. Much better. Um, for many years, I had really focused on trying to do more of the traditional meditation postures. But in the last few years, I got diagnosed with a joint disorder. And after just going through it for so long and like never being able to sit for more than 30 minutes without having like really distracting pain, I just sort of I gave in and started using chairs and laying down and sort of focusing on what I felt like the point of the postures was, which was to help give a sense of like alertness and like not let the body fall asleep and let me actually concentrate on the mind. And I feel like I've gotten a lot out of it when I focused on what the point of the postures were instead of sort of trying to fit an image, so to speak. And today I found when I was lying down, if I had my knees sort of up, that it was just enough effort to keep me awake and alert, but not so much that it was putting pressure on any of my joints. Uh, Thank you. That's all.
Beautiful. Thank you so much, Flo. I love this sharing because it's an encouragement for all of us. Just as we were talking about the posture, when it's, needs a little bit of adjustment to keep the circulation flowing in a healthy way. It's, yeah, absolutely. If we have, like so many of us do, physical issues where we can't do full lotus posture, upright sitting without a cushion, we have to sit in whatever ways we can. And sure, it's great to sit cross-legged on the floor, but if that doesn't work, no problem whatsoever. We find the postures that suit us. And you really said it, Flo, and I appreciate that. You said to maintain an energized mind, so we're present, we're not falling asleep. And so if we get really comfortable lying down, that is, more a danger in the lying down posture. So wonderful. You found a way to keep energized in that posture that suits you so well. So that's wonderful. And also we can remember, everyone, it changes over time. So to really have a lot of compassion for the aging body, the body that develops this and that ailment, and adjust accordingly with kindness and appreciation, because of course we can continue to practice. So all four postures, it's good to be mindful. Of course, this whole training is to be mindful whatever we're doing. So in all the different postures. And so it can actually be helpful to meditate in the four postures: sitting, standing, lying down, and walking. So we get to give ourselves the gift of mindfulness in those postures, training for mindfulness, and we can then apply that to whatever else we're doing out of the formal meditation time. So really appreciate your sharing, Flo. Also, Chintana, I see we're coming to the end of our session. So I think we have to conclude here. I'll just hand over to Ayya Sobina, because in case she has any other announcements to make before we say goodbye for now. Thank you.
Thank you for this beautiful reflection. We hope that some may be inspired to come back at 1:00 this afternoon for Sutta study. Brahmavara is agreed to come back again next week. So you have a second opportunity to hear her style of teaching and practice. I think that's enough for now, and we can close by giving respect to the Triple Gem. Araham Samma Sambuddho Bhagava Buddham Bhagavantam Abhivademi Svakato Bhagavata Dhammo Dhamman Namasami Supatipanno Bhagavato Savaka Sangho Sangham Namami. Thank you, everyone, for your good practice and your patient listening today.
Thank you, Ayya and Ayya.
Thank you, Ayas.
Sadhu, sadhu.
Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.
Thank you so
See you
much.
later.
So lovely to see you, Brahmavara. And to listen to you your kind words.